Before there was life, before there were humans, there was nothing. Then a dense point exploded and expanded quadrillions of miles, much faster than 10 times a speeding bullet. Galaxies, stars, and planets were formed from dust. Our sun, the earth, and life itself was created. Trees, animals, and humans appeared, quite some time later. Then humans discovered a floating rock in the sky. It seemed very distant, but still very close. This, of course, was the moon. May 25th, 1961.
To achieving the goal, before this decade is out, of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth.
John F. Kennedy announced that they would be sending a man to the moon by the end of that decade. The U.S. felt pressured, for the Soviet Union had sent the first man in space just a month earlier. His name was Yuri Gagarin, and he went aboard the Vostok 1. The Americans needed to act fast. The Americans sent Apollo 8. Its mission was to go to the moon, go around it, and come back. The mission was a success. It became the first manned spacecraft to leave Earth's orbit, but it did not land on the moon. This pretty much set up the journey of Apollo 11. Soon the rocket for Apollo 11 was finished being built. They called it the Saturn V. Today it stands as the largest rocket ever built. It came in 3 stages. The first stage, the S-1C, was built by the Boeing Company. Without fuel, it weighed almost 300,000 pounds. It contained 5 Rocketdyne F1 engines, all arranged in a King Kong's pattern, like the 5-side of a die. The second stage was called the S-2, and was built by North American Aviation. 5 Rocketdyne J-2 engines were arranged in a similar arrangement as S-1C. These rockets used liquid nitrogen and liquid oxygen. It weighed almost 80,000 pounds. The third stage was called S-4B and was built by the Douglas Aircraft Company. It only had 1 J-2 engine, and it used the same fuel as S-2. It weighed only 23,000 pounds. Final parts of the rocket, not really counted as stages, are the lunar and service modules. The service module is where the crew sits, and the lunar module is the part that lands on the moon. The entire thing weighed 6.2 million pounds without fuel. Altogether, the entire project cost $47.25 billion. This much effort would surely bring them to succeed. July 16, 1969. Today was launch day. Buzz Aldrin, Michael Collins, and Neil Armstrong walked up to the Saturn V. They have awaited this moment their entire lives.
15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
They eventually did make it to the moon. They came back safely. Apollo 11 taught me that when humans work together, anything was possible. It indeed was a giant leap for mankind, and as always, thanks for watching.